After a terrible relationship with Chris Brown and Drake, Rihanna vowed not to have affairs with musicians. Why then another rapper, ASAP Rocky, fathered her children. The one thing that separates him from the singer's toxic exes has made him the perfect partner and parent. Finding out why Riri never married Chris Brown and Hassan Jamil, and why couldn't Drake get out of the friend zone like Rocky in 2016 after a series of high-profile breakups. Rihanna posted on her Instagram, "None of my exes are married or in happy relationships, so it's safe to say that the problem was not me. Believe it or not, this remains." Years later, Chris Brown battles child custody lawsuits and assault allegations against women. Drake is raising his son alone, and Hassan Jamil has never found a replacement for his ex-wife Lena Lazar. Let's remember how their relationship with Riri began and what went wrong. She grew up in a dysfunctional family but was attracted to abusive men. Aggressive, serious, but I like a man to be very sure. I like them to be sure for themselves. And Rihanna's first love, Chris Brown, proved it. At first a couple of young artists were just friends, but in 2007 the bad boy swept the young Rihanna off her feet. The girl recalled that her love for him turned into an obsession. Chris seemed to feel the same way about Riri, yet after a year and a half of a passionate romance, Rihanna saw his darker side. "I was very protective of him. I felt that people didn't understand him even after, but you realize after a while that in that situation you are the enemy." He was only 19 years old and the guy did not understand how to build a normal relationship. He even proposed alongside confessing to having affairs with other women. "This is what it is. Before we were together, me and this other girl did have sex. My trust totally was lost with her. You know what I'm saying? She hated me. Like after that an already unstable relationship became toxic." Rihanna realized Brown would always prioritize his pleasure and put his interests first. That made the girl crazy jealous. While Chris made things much worse, his ex-girl came to the VMA party and flirted with Brown before Rihanna's eyes and sent sultry messages. In an interview with Oprah, the singer admitted they were a terrible couple, but she did not expect such an outcome. "You hurt the most because it happened to me, and it happened to me in front of the world. It was embarrassing, was humiliating, it was hurtful." Rihanna wanted to forget this incident as much as possible and went headlong into a new romance with her longtime friend Drake. She hoped that he would be different from the selfish Chris. It all started casually. Page 6 reported that Drake and Rihanna kissed the night away at the Lucky Strike Club in New York. The rapper invited Reed to collaborate on his tracks What's My Name, Take Care, Work and More, but Rihanna was still suffering from her breakup with Brown and was in no hurry to name Drake her official boyfriend. She dropped in on the Angie Martinez radio show and insisted that she and Drake were just friends. The guy was so offended that he wrote a diss track, Fireworks, accusing Rihanna of using him. "I was a pawn. You know what she was doing to me? She was doing exactly what I've done to so many women throughout my life, which is show them quality time then disappear. I was like, wow, this feels terrible." He saw her as a beautiful trophy which he almost got his hands on. In 2016 he confessed his love to Riri on the NTV VMA stage and even dedicated a billboard to her in the busiest place in New York. After that, retry to give the artist one more chance. After all, he tried so hard. But in 2017 the couple cut off all ties. In 2018, speaking to Vogue, Rihanna will briefly explain why sitting through this speech was probably the most uncomfortable thing of my life. "I don't like too many compliments. I don't like being exposed like that." But Drake had been friends with Riri for so many years. Didn't he know that maybe he didn't want to know and thought only about his feelings that distinguished him from her? Another friend, ASAP Rocky, look further to find out the reason he became the one for Rihanna. But before that, in 2017 the girl met a perfect man, the one she could see as the father of her future children. Saudi billionaire Hassan Jamil reintroduced him to the family. The couple was seen with Rihanna's mom and brother at the Mason restaurant in Santa Monica earlier that year. They celebrated her birthday at a Los Angeles Lakers game in February and vacationed on the Amalfi Coast in June. The relationship with Hassan, Madari believes she could have the real family she dreamed of. The singer told Interview magazine, "Yes, I want to be a mother more than anything." Riri was seen wearing a diamond dream on her finger. But why? After 3 years of dating, we heard not about the wedding but about the breakup. The rumor had it that Jamil's family was against this union. The dynasty that owns Toyota in the Middle East did not want to see the scandalous singer as the wife of their heir. Hassan's ex-wife Lena studied in Geneva, understood art, and did not pose barely nude for a lingerie brand. The guy did not dare to propose, putting the family interests above love. Rihanna did not forgive such betrayal after redumped Jamil. The Sun reported she and ASAP Rocky had become very close after launching her skin care brand Fenty Skin in August 2020. Invited Rocky to model for the campaign. He in turn shot the girl in one of his videos and even made her participate in the Stockholm Syndrome documentary. Rocky invited Rihanna to meet his family in Harlem, and later she celebrated Christmas with him and her family in Barbados. Similar lives, similar views, and shared projects did that brought them together in part. Rackham's best trait is putting his interests aside to support his lady. Not so loud, guys. That I just never seen the female look so beautiful pregnant. Hold on, I got to Say hello. I was not that close to her. I swear. Rocky was a babysitter while mommy worked on the new Savage X Fenty show. Just 3 days after giving birth, the rapper pushed his beloved to return to the stage at Super Bowl and make music again. Even on the couple's first official cover for Vogue UK, Rakim holds his son in his arms behind his queen. He makes her shine, but Rocky doesn't force her to be the center of attention either. He'd kept silence about their romance for a year, and the first thing he talked about Rihanna in the GQ interview is that she is the one for him. If it's in my destiny, of course, I think I would be an incredible, wonderful, overall amazing dad. I would have a very fly child, very, and the two share the same dream. Do you want to know whether ASAP turned out to be the father he dreamed of being? Stay tuned for more celebrity news.